Welcome back to Nickel and Dime. It is going into week 8. We got some fun things to talk about. We would be halfway done, but guess what? We got an extra game. So it's like bonus coverage or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like when you get done watching a great game and then another great game's not quite done yet. And they switch over to the other great game. So it's like bonus coverage. It's great. It's like the 2021 season is all bonus, baby. So we got your recaps, we got your housekeeping notes, we got some true or false because we're loving that segment, bringing back Man Crush Sundays, and we talk about our locks. Shawn might even have a step-up candidate or two. Hit that subscribe button. Snickle and die.
What's going on, man?
Doing good. I mean, I'm a little sad. Yeah. But I mean, I'm getting through it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, are you getting through it with the other games? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there still, because you were just talking about it in the intro, like it's still other football to watch, you know what I mean? But like, are you one of those fans who, if your team loses, you're done with football for the rest of the week? Or
no, I'm a fan. I'm a football fan, you know. So I'm gonna watch the games, you know, especially to bring content to you fine people that are listening.
That's true.
But I mean, just this whole week was kind of blah. You know what I mean? Like not a lot of games that had you hooked in, not a lot of storylines. Like, it was okay. We got some great recap notes for you. We're gonna make it interesting. But I mean, from watching it standpoint.
Yeah. It was tough. I mean, I think there was maybe like 2 or 3 games that were close with, you know what I'm saying? Like just, and the rest of them were, I think, at least 9, 10, 11 or more points.
Yeah. They said the average spread was 12 points.
Yeah. That's at least they got it out of the way in 1 week. Like, hopefully no carryover.
That just means that week 8 is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I hope so. Got some questions, but that's the good thing about watching these games, is because regardless of what happens, there are still questions to be asked about the next week, because for as down as a lot of these teams are, hope is a dangerous thing. You know what I'm saying? There always comes the next week. Right. Always comes next week.
Starting off 3-0. Get out of here.
Oof, yeah, 4 straight. Oh man, we definitely gonna talk about Panthers.
Well, let's kick it off. Let's kick it off on Thursday. The Browns win with Keenum and Johnson.
Yeah, they did, and Dearness Johnson definitely earned himself some looks. I mean, the running game for Cleveland really was like, as far as production was concerned, it was no different. 3rd string running back, 2nd string running back, Nick Chubb.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's got to be the system. That's got to be the system. You know what I mean?
Well, on the other end of that, the Broncos, what do they need? What, like, they got beat by a backup quarterback and the 3rd string running back. So I mean, what happened here?
Teddy Bridgewater happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I really don't know where to go with Teddy, but listen, Von Miller was not up to snuff either. You know what I'm saying? Like, Von Miller wasn't up to snuff.
Looking healthy.
Who I did love, Shelby Harris came to play that game. You know what I'm saying? But this is, and what I hate though is how fresh the Thursday game is after on Friday, and then by Monday it's like, damn, that might as well be 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like we're so far removed from the Browns and the Broncos. It's just like, it's kind of crazy, but those questions still remain, Drew. I mean, like, Case Keenum coming and getting the dub, how'd that make you feel? You know, I know you love backup quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. No, I mean, I'm good. I don't want these injuries to derail the Browns season. You know what I mean? Like, I think they had some good building blocks, some good wins. So it's nice to see that next man up can work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yes, it was the Broncos. So we'll see how that they play Pittsburgh this week. So we got to see who's healthy, who's coming back.
Yeah.
Can they repeat this magic against Pittsburgh?
And that not only goes for the Browns, Drew, but it goes for really any team in the league who has to deal with injuries when it comes to expectations. I mean, can you build up enough depth to stay the course and not derail your season, like you alluded to earlier? Browns, they put one on their back. You know what I'm saying? Case Keenum came in, did what he could, and the closer and closer we got to that game, it just like I felt like the Browns were definitely going to pull it out. It was a close game, obviously, but Case Keenum did some great things these past couple of years. I did not expect the offense to fall off, especially when it hasn't been super, super productive with Baker Mayfield. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a drop off. So,
yeah. We check out our Instagram page. We put an interesting question about old Mr. Baker in there. We'd love to hear your responses. Another team that's doing it with some injured players. The Giants just destroyed the Panthers. Sam Darnold, 16 for 25, 111 yards. That's 4.4 yards per pass if you're keeping track at home, and a pick. But then
math whizzes.
But then, Mr. Walker came in and went 3 for 14 for 33 yards.
Yeah. And I was listening to a little bit of a Rule snippet, you know what I'm saying? And he, I'll be honest, like he was just as honest as he could be. He was like, listen, paraphrasing, but like Sam Darnold wasn't doing it. Thought PJ might give the boys a spark.
He did not.
He did not. And Sam is going to be the quarterback next week. But I got to ask you, Drew, and we'll start, with one of our first questions, just kind of out of nowhere here. You know how we do. Darnold was benched. Was it justified?
Oh, no doubt. Like 111 yards, 111 yards with those wide receivers. Yeah. Granted, Robbie Anderson is letting my boy down left and right.
True. He's with the drops, man. I imagine he's got to be one of the highest drop percentage receivers in the league right now.
And there's no offensive line whatsoever. Nobody is protecting this man. He's running around like a crazy person. When you get down to it, 16 for 25, not that bad.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
Not that great, but not that bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's all on him, but he's definitely unfortunately has the magnifying glass on him personally. Like, I don't get how he's skating past a new coach and they were ready to hand Brady the keys to the kingdom and his offense isn't working right now either. So, I mean, there's a lot of question marks in Carolina, and unfortunately Sam Darnold is taking the entire brunt of it.
Yeah, I mean, and for, I guess, the way the season was billed, it was really about the change in the quarterback, because you had Teddy Bridgewater, you get rid of him, you bring in Sam Darnold, what everybody was saying was going to be an upgrade, and now it's magnified because, you got 4 straight losses. What I do like, though, is one question mark that you don't have, the boy DJ Moore. Like, he's consistent. Like,
very much
DJ
so.
Moore is having a pretty good season, and I think he'd have a better season if he was getting quarterback play. So
what? Someone that could throw the ball to him? Get out of
here. Yeah.
Even in that abysmal performance, he still had 70 something of the 111 yards.
Yeah. He had the lion's share of it. For sure.
Well, Mr. Rodgers is heating up. Threw for 274 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a win against the football team.
He did. I was it was and don't get me wrong, the Washington defensive line or defense as a whole didn't have that bad of a day.
Yeah, I love that snippet, that picture of him where he's like, you almost have it. The camera cut him perfectly. He got flushed out of the pocket and ended up throwing it away and running out the back of the end zone. And the camera cut to him. He's like,
yeah. I mean, at this point, talk about staying the course a little bit earlier. Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady know what it is. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to be taking those shots. Man.
Aging like fine wine, because they're not taking those shots.
Exactly. I mean, you duck and cover, live to fight another day. That's all I'm saying.
Oh God, someone who did take a shot though, Mr. Mahomes. Did you see that shot he took?
Jeff Simmons, and it was, I mean, it was a bang bang play. What do you do about that? Like nobody was wrong.
Took a thigh to the face.
Yeah,
That just sucks, man. But talk about this Titans team, man. Beating up on the Chiefs. This is the first game in a hot minute. I don't remember Patrick Mahomes throwing a touchdown.
Yeah, this is Super Bowl. Lest we not forget. We not forget. You know what I'm saying? But
still talking about regular season right now.
I mean, listen. You brought it up. No touchdown. It was the last game I saw. Listen, Derrick Henry still doing the thing, but they didn't really take it to the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs just they didn't show up. They didn't show up, man. Yeah. And it's kind of manifesting itself as looking like Patrick Mahomes is trying to do a little bit too much, man. And I don't know if that's a recipe that they can get back on track with, to be honest with you.
Okay. I like it. All right. Yeah. The time is ticking out of the hourglass for sure as the season.
It is.
Well, how do you feel about the old Patriots putting up 54 on the Jets? Zach Wilson got hurt. We'll talk about that more later. But Mr. Mac Jones, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then his running back Harris also ran for 106 yards and scored 2 more touchdowns.
I'm saying, man, look, it's looking like that Shanahan may be second guessing himself for not taking Mr. Mac Jones, elevating that offense to 54 points. Defense actually, coming to play, obviously a huge part in that game as well. JC Jackson with a toe drag swag, with the pick. But I mean, Mac Jones is just showing you why he is still able to elevate. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest, Drew, I don't know how you felt about it, but when I saw 54 points, I was like, damn, Belichick offense? You know what I'm saying? Like, when's the last time they were able to do that? When Tom Brady was playing with Randy Moss? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, Bourne's turning out to be a pretty nice investment. I saw Jonnu catch a couple passes,
Yeah.
Henry's showing up. Like those off-season moves are paying off, and they have an interesting offense for the first time in a hot minute.
Yeah. I just definitely didn't see that. What I did hate, I mean, we'll talk about it later, but Zach Wilson going out, and maybe out for some time. Drew, I'll let you get to that a little bit later. But
got an update on that here in a little bit.
Yeah, the Jets, I don't know where you go, and I heard some people say, for as much as we praise Robert Saleh, that it's not going well over there right now for him.
Well, the help might be on the way in New York, but we'll talk about that in housekeeping notes as well. Yeah.
This is saucy. I'm very interested in what you have to say about this.
Another team that was yelling help on Sunday, the Ravens. The Bengals put it on them. Mr. Burrow, 416 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Drew, listen, talk to the Bengals fans nice. Number 1 seed Cincinnati Bengals now. Number 1 seed, my guy. I love that Burrow went over 400, and I mean, you go to the Twitter page for this one. You saw us mention that, but CJ Uzama stock
picked him up on Sunday.
I saw that.
Don't look now, but your boy got 2 fantasy football wins in a row.
Ooh, streaking. Drew's going streaking.
2 and 5.
Yeah. Got some work to do. You got some work to do. You got some work to do. But what I did do, you want to know what was interesting about this game, Drew, is for as much as I am a Joe Mixon truther, split carries between Samaje Perine and Joe Mixon.
Perine looked great.
Yeah, and that he looked like what he should have looked like coming out of college. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the Perine that Oklahoma. People thought they were getting. Yes, and he was in a dual back system. I can't remember who the other back was, but Joe Mixon was Oklahoma. Is Perine Oklahoma too? Were they in the backfield together? He might have been.
Yeah, they both came out in 2017. But look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. I was like, damn, because like I remember seeing P-Ron in like a dark shade of red, like a burgundy shade of
I
red.
knew
I'm
it was
like,
Oklahoma.
damn,
I did
like,
not know Mixon was Oklahoma
yeah,
too. Wow.
Mixon was
All right.
Oklahoma. Yeah,
All
that's my
right.
guy.
Yeah,
Damn.
I didn't know
Motherfuckers
that.
right
I
back
didn't
together,
know that.
tearing
Look at
it
that.
up.
Crushing
Tearing
it.
it up. Yep.
All right. Well, we'll just touch on real quick. We don't not too much, but the Port Lions, they put up a fight again. Stop me if you've heard that before. But Cooper Kupp, man, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns, just continuing to produce.
Yeah, 37 fantasy points for me. I mean, that dude has it is crazy. I will say this until I'm blue in the face, but I don't know how you have Cooper Kupp on your team, a la me, and still have 3 losses on the season. I don't understand it.
It's like that year that I carried LaDainian Tomlinson carried me to the championship. Just my team was garbage, but he put up 40 a week.
A week. Yeah. It's baffling. But Cooper Kupp is continues to be a dog, man. And it's like at this point, you got to know what's coming. Like, it's just how do you stop it? And nobody's been able to stop it at this point.
Yep. The Raiders are 2-0 post Gruden era, taking care of the Eagles. Carr 323 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I gotta say though, I really think this is more of the schedule gods kind of doing him a favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just happened to line up. I think they would have gotten those 2 wins either way. And then, like, okay, let's play devil's advocate here. Let's say that doesn't happen to John Gruden, and John Gruden or let's say it does happen, but they keep him on the staff, right? He gets those 2 wins that they just got. How much harder is it to fire him now?
Yeah, you got to fire him immediately. Or
exactly. So that's why it happened. That's why it happened. So
good call.
Yeah.
They looked at the schedule like Broncos, Eagles. Ooh,
yeah, let's do this. We can still get the bump.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Murray continues his MVP campaign, dropping 261 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Texans.
Yeah. I can't be on the Kyler Murray MVP train because I'm on the Tom Brady MVP train. That's why that's where I am at with mine. Right. Like Kyler is, and Kyler did his thing. 7-0, Drew. The boys are 7-0. We got to talk. Let's talk about the Cardinals first. We can get to them.
Talk to them nice. 7-0.
Talk to them nice.
They undefeated.
Right?
They undefeated.
Undefeated, number 1 seed. We can't dismiss.
Can you imagine? Just imagine
an
Arizona Cardinals Cincinnati Bengals Super Bowl.
My mind just got blown right there. Like,
what?
I mean, but you know what? Like, the fan in me, I'm kicking my feet up, bro. I'm kicking my feet up.
It's gonna be a great game, man. I wish they played in the regular season.
And I'm gonna enjoy it. Like, I'll be an honorary whoever wins. Like, put it that way.
I told you I was pulling for the Bengals the whole time.
I mean, because it's just if we get that, it would just be too good of a story. You know what I mean? For those 2 franchises to get there, love to see it.
Well, Mr. Brady hit 600 touchdowns. Bucks take out Fields and the Bears.
Yeah, dismantled them. I told y'all it was coming. I told you it was going to get ugly after last year. We lost 19-20.
Yeah,
I told y'all this was going to happen. Revenge game. Tom Brady don't do revenge games. This game was so meme worthy. I know. I know y'all saw the tweet after the game. Donovan Smith is a new father. Congrats to him. And listen, Mike Evans, we love you, future Hall of Famer, but you can't just go giving 600th touchdown balls away, Mike.
Wait till you find out later on what the fan got for returning that.
Is it a raw deal? Stay tuned.
Well, the Colts, don't look now, they're on a win streak as well. Beat the 49ers. Wentz, like we said, is doing a great job in that game manager role. Threw 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. Taylor ran for 107 and a touchdown as well.
Yeah, And Drew, I absolutely wrote down a couple of notes on this game, but I forgot we had talked about Carson Wentz needing to be
That
a
load
game manager.
yeah.
Yes, and it's exactly what it is. Maybe he's just accepting or embracing that role, or maybe Frank Wright is changing some things there.
Maybe it's the first time he's had a lot of this many weapons around him too. You know
true.
what I mean?
That consistent weapons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Consistent
all those
weapons.
Drops in Philly those few.
And we, I mean, listen, the Colts got a chance to get back to 500 in the division.
Oh, but look who's staring them down though.
Facing the Titans next week.
Who's on the hot streak?
Yes, Colts versus Titans.
Great game.
And briefly mentioning the 49ers, where did they go after 4 straight losses?
Dude,
Drew,
you just heard it in their coach's voice, man. He's just like, I guess.
Yeah. And like Shanahan's been almost infallible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Up to this point, like after, but you got to start questioning some of the decisions. And I love Shanahan. I'm a Shanahan guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, and you talked about it before, but like Wentz only had to pass for 150 yards. Jimmy G still looking mediocre, and now the coach is not really fully backing him. It doesn't sound like, I mean, clearly, like Drew just said, it doesn't sound like emphatically that Trey Lance is ready.
No, so, it doesn't sound like either one of them are healthy. You know what I mean? Like Garoppolo too. You know what I mean? So did not get that stamp of approval.
Nah. What I do love though, Jonathan Taylor, 100-yard game 3 out of the last 4 weeks. So
heating up. Oh, we're gonna have a running duel.
That's why they're streaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Real quick, some housekeeping notes. Packers wide receiver Devontae Adams on the COVID list. Got to have 2 negatives to get back. They play Thursday, right?
They do, and it is not. I mean, if he just got popped with COVID today,
7-0 Cardinals.
Yeah, again today it's gonna be hard to get 2 negative tests. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Talk about help is on the way. Jets acquire quarterback Joe Flacco from the Eagles for a conditional 6th rounder, becomes a 5th rounder if old Joe plays quite a bit.
Joe gonna play quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't think Mike White's getting the start again. You know what I mean?
Joe gonna play.
I mean, Flacco is just in New York, right? He might know some of the wasn't he like a year or 2 ago?
I think he was there, but I mean, probably completely different system with Salah coming in, stuff like that.
But I mean, he might know some of the team, you know.
But it was a question in the preseason whether Flacco was going to take Jalen Hurts' job. So Flacco is ready to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's practiced
Flacco's ready to play. Yeah.
Practiced up.
Hey.
Well, that's because Jets quarterback Zach Wilson sprained PCL, out at least 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So that puts you around week 12, week 13.
Yeah.
Why come back if you're not winning? I don't know.
That's very true. And regardless of what Flacco might do, he still gets the chance to play. If they stink up the joint, hey, weapons coming to New York next year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
getting that high draft pick.
Exactly.
Bears head coach Nagy is also on the COVID list because my man tested positive. So
that pissed me off a little bit that they doing the handshake stuff all with my team. And apparently, but he's vaccinated, so it had to be a breakthrough. So I don't expect it to be long lived, but it just kind of is weird. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think they need to cut back out the face-to-face stuff, like the unnecessary. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
cut it out.
It's like it's just like one of those things that's like what's the word I'm looking for? Ceremonial. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to do it. You know what I'm saying? You hate them anyway.
Right. Broncos acquire linebacker Kenny Young from the Rams for a 2024 6th rounder. Hey, the Rams got a draft pick. Look at that.
Late. It is.
But no, that was because in Broncos linebacker core is hurted.
Yeah, they are not doing good either. Obviously, the Broncos losing all them damn games.
Patrick Mahomes clears concussion protocol, so we don't have to worry about keeping an eye on if he's going to play this week. He'll be in. Like we said, Shanahan says he guesses they're sticking with Garoppolo. So
yeah, bro, what do they do? Like, what do they do if they really have missed on Lance and Garoppolo is not it, who they also traded for? What do you do at that point? Like, if
I think you got to give Lance one more year, at least.
Oh, for sure. Like,
But but if he's a
building.
straight up bust, like if we're talking about this next year,
yeah, you might, and I feel like franchises
bring back
are
Kaepernick.
very, very quick to cut bait on these young quarterbacks. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets,
especially if you get a high draft pick and they're sitting there.
Yeah, I would not be surprised at all, man. So
I hear Josh Rosen's floating around somewhere. Yeah.
Probably is.
Something to keep an eye on. It could just be he's a star and he can take Monday off if he wants to. But the Cardinals wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins did not practice Monday, so we'll see. Keep an eye on that. But we're talking. What's up? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if both of those star wide receivers can't go Thursday, it kind of puts a damper on the Thursday night game.
A little bit. I mean, Thursday night's going Thursday night.
Right. Yeah. If Hopkins aren't playing.
Yeah. Kind of so. I mean, I'll watch it anyway. It's fine.
Right.
We're talking about that Mike Evans giving number 600 away. The fan was gracious enough to give it back. Both of us heard from separate sources that ball was estimated at $500,000.
$500K. Yeah. He just gave it back.
He did.
Took the whole commercial break, Drew.
Yeah. Well, the fan got 2 signed jerseys and a signed helmet from Brady. A game signed jersey from Mike Evans and game day cleats. $1,000 credit to the Buccaneers store. $1,000. And 2 season passes for this season and next.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't $500K.
Right.
It ain't $500K. I know, like, okay, so we got to tally it up. Like, what? I mean, I don't know these things, but what are Tom Brady signed game jerseys going for right now? How much are Mike Evans game jerseys and cleats going for?
They had to throw Mike Evans in there because he messed up. They're like, you're giving him something. Yeah, you're giving him something.
Put the pen to the paper, Mike. Put it on the paper.
But I mean, you couldn't hook my man up with like a shopping spree in the store, like $1,000. Like in the NFL store these days, that ain't a whole lot.
It really ain't. You might get one fit.
Yeah, you can get like a banner. You can get like a banner, maybe like 2 jerseys and like 2 hats, and then you're done.
Yeah, I mean, and those jerseys better not be real, because if they real, then it's 2 jerseys and some socks, basically.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, them jerseys go for about $300-$400 pop. Them game worn joints.
Oh, my man got fleeced. All right.
Yeah.
Well, talking about jerseys and team stores, let's talk Fire Unis.
Hey, let's go.
Had some good looking ones, man. I'm digging the Detroit blue pants, white jersey. You know what I mean? Like, I'm liking that look. You know?
Yeah, it's a nice clean blue. It's not the best blue, but it's strong. Different.
I enjoy
it. Yeah, it's easy on the eyes. It's easy on the eyes.
As
I
know
where you're going for the winner, though. I think I know where you're going for the winner.
I might throw you a little swerve.
All right, yeah. Let's see what you got.
I dig. I mean, the Rams, every time they're out, I love what they're doing. You know what I mean? So shout out to the Rams. Shout out to the Packers all green. I found it interesting. I enjoyed it.
That was my favorite of the weekend.
Yeah, I did enjoy it, especially with Adams wearing the green cleats too. He had the Jordans nonetheless.
I love the Jordans, bro. Like he was setting it off, but the logoless helmet.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed
fire. It. Yeah, fire
but,
with those
but
uniforms.
Winning this week is about an unsung hero. It's not a new flashy jersey set like the Packers. Although what they did made me really appreciate this diehard one. And it's the New England Patriots all navy. It looks sharp.
It's a good one. It is a good one.
Good with the silver helmet. That's my winner for Fire Unis this week.
Yeah, it's just you want to know what it is like. Even though the Patriots uniforms are so good, nobody on that team really stands out in them. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have the dudes that look good coming off the bus. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like,
Okay. All right.
I think
all
that's
right.
what it is. I think that's what
Okay.
it
You
is.
need the
No
one
real
star to
studs.
set it off. Okay.
That's
all
what
right.
it is. You need a star in your uniform.
Yeah.
You
You
know what I'm
got
saying?
like
And the Patriots don't have that right now.
someone rocking the nice cleats to go with it, like finish it off. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I will take that into account next time. Thank you. All right. Well, one of my favorite segments up next. We'll end week 7 and move on after this, but it's 3 and out time. Shawn, what you got? First down.
First down. We have not mentioned either one of these two teams thus far in the episode, so it's time that we like to try to mix it up, get a little bit of everybody in there. But Drew, this is a good question for you, specifically on first down. Don't look now, but the Atlanta Falcons are on a 2-game win streak. Falcons 2-game win streak.
Look at that.
I mean, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on, but it still remains, bro. They can move into second place in the division with 2 division games in the next 2 weeks. Drew, how you feel about that?
I'm a little concerned because that's who we play this week. So I'm not really trying to hear that they're on fire when we're not doing so Fuego-ish,
Right.
So that upsets me a bit, but they are, Kyle Pitts is a fantastic player. I've been enjoying watching him play. The defense is stepping up a little bit. They're the definition, I feel like, of the bend don't break. You know what I mean? Like, they're giving up 20 points, but their offense is putting up 30. So balancing out. So hopefully they let us put up some points this week. We'll see for there. Who do they play? They play us and then Saints. Okay.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good game. I think they match up well with the Saints. I think they can make Jameis do some Jameis things. So that'll be a fun game to watch.
I feel like that's the question every week.
Is Jameis gonna be Jameis?
Yep. Is Jameis gonna be Jameis still?
Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, second down, Shawn. Giving the landscape and the teams that are probably going to get high draft picks next year, which team do you think will trade up to grab a quarterback next year?
Smart money right now has to be on the Eagles. It has to be on the Eagles because they are the team with the highest amount of draft capital right now. I think they're sitting with 3 top 10 picks just due to the trades and things like that. If I had to give another dark horse candidate, though, just looking at the team specifically in the top 10, I gotta go Broncos, man. Like, I think that the Broncos are going to be probably a heavy player because there's still nobody in that system right now that has any type of franchise quarterback value, in my opinion. So I think they're going to be in the quarterback market, trying to make the best out of the aging defense as well for the next couple of years.
I got you, man. Nice. Well, what you got on third down?
Third down, most interesting team right now, aside from the Bengals, the Tennessee Titans have their big 3 back for another week, Drew. And moving forward, how do you really see, as long as those boys can stay healthy, do you see the Titans continuing on their winning ways?
It's hard to bet against them right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's a dynamic offense. Like, that's Derrick Henry just running through people. They beat up on the defending AFC champions, and Derrick Henry didn't even break 100 yards. So something's going right for that team right now. You know what I mean? They're not. I mean, the running joke was, the whole offense was turning around and hand the ball to Henry and get out of his way. So now they got 2 Pro Bowl caliber wide receivers on each end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and
AJ Brown's health and
Anthony Ferkser. He's stepping up. I mean,
he's a nice little compliment. Yeah, he's a nice little compliment.
The offensive line of beasts. Like, how many times? I'm looking directly at you, Carolina front office. Ooh. How many times do you have to be proven that a team is only as good as their offensive line, and still we don't have an offensive line?
This man's still pining for that offensive line. He got it.
I've been screaming this since what year did Cam get drafted? 2011.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, but it's crazy is they didn't even need Julio to kind of go off, and obviously they didn't need Derrick Henry to go off, but they still put it together. I think seeing that red of the Chiefs and knowing that they were playing the Chiefs, kind of helped them out a little bit. They wanted to put their
They got
stamp
their
on
best game for sure.
But I mean, listen, the Titans, they can't be denied beating the Bills and then the Chiefs. That's a tough pill to swallow if you the rest of the AFC, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, fourth down. Going for it.
Nice.
Given this year's rookie quarterback class, is anyone going to catch up to Mac Jones?
Obviously, it ain't gonna be Trey Lance. It ain't gonna be Zach Wilson. Aside from Mac Jones, who am I missing though? Like, who's the other quarterback? Justin Fields. Yeah, he just looked. I mean, we took all his candy yesterday.
Lawrence.
Like, yeah, Trevor Lawrence. With the bye week. No, I think it's Mac's show. I think it's Mac's show this year, and I'm still curious to see what Trevor Lawrence can do with. I mean, what he can do with talent around him. You saw it at Clemson. Like that's not pro level talent that they had coming out of that system. So get the man some weapons, man. I think, but right now you hit it. Is Mac.
All right. Well, that's fourth down A. Here's fourth down B.
Right.
Offensive rookie of the year, Mac Jones or Jamar Chase?
Gotta be Jamar.
For wide receiver.
Yeah, with what he's doing right now. I mean, you've seen the comparison all over ESPN and everywhere else with Randy Moss with what he's doing right now. So at this point in his career, he is on a Hall of Fame track. And we're not talking about preseason. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give credit where credit's due, man.
Everyone's ready to kill that man.
Throw that man off the ship. We was ready to get him done before week one. And then
possibly the worst preseason a rookie wide receiver could have had.
It was. And it just goes to show like how quick, like how we secretly love to watch people fall on their face.
We do. I'm guilty of it.
Yeah, I am too, man. I mean, it was a little funny, but like he clearly has told us all to shut the hell up.
Yeah, with a big middle finger too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time for our new favorite segment, True or False.
Hey, let's go.
Shawn, I'm gonna hit you with the first one. You ready?
Yep.
True or false? The Cincinnati Bengals win a playoff game this year.
Ooh, dang. Right out the gate. Oh, Drew, I have to go. Oh, am I being a creature of the moment if I say true? Am I being a creature of the moment if I say true?
Maybe they showed you something.
I don't know, because it's like, especially like, let's say at this point, if they get a home game, they're going to be super comfortable. You have to come to us. We don't have to go to you. I think that may, especially like, if it gets cold there, like they're home, I think that may have a lot to do with them being a young team. So I gotta go true right now, Drew. What you say?
I like it. Yeah, it's hard to bet against them, but I unfortunately think it's one of those classic cases where a team, like the Chargers, those years they went, 14-2, 13-3, and then lost that first round game.
Heartbreakers.
Cincinnati is setting their fans up for a heartbreaker.
Yeah, I mean, but isn't that just what Cincinnati fans are used to? Yeah. So, like,
But I'm just saying, speaking from
experience, it's always harder.
It's hard not to get excited. It's hard not to get excited.
Yeah, and like if your heartbreak is here, you know what I'm saying? Like if it stays here at a consistent level, you're good. But if they bring you way up here, it's a long fall. You know what I'm saying?
It's such a long fall.
So. All right. We gotta mention it at this point in the show. But Drew, my first question to you: true or false? Deshaun Watson plays less than 5 games this year.
True. I don't think he plays.
You don't think he plays?
I don't think he plays. I don't know why this trade stuff keeps coming up, man, because I haven't heard any progression in his legal cases whatsoever.
Nope.
Like, it's so fun for these down and out teams, Panthers included, to churn the fan base a little bit. Shout out to his agent or publicist or whoever is keeping his name fresh. You know what I mean? Like, they're doing a great
job.
Yeah. But show me them court cases are done, and then we'll talk. You know what I mean? Because the NFL is not gonna let him play until he's cleared of this.
Yeah. And maybe that's why we had to bring it up, because I emphatically believe the same.
Isn't it right on time? Every 2-3 weeks, just Deshaun Watson, Dolphins, Panthers. Deshaun Watson, Dolphins, Panthers.
And I gotta imagine, especially like, how does it keep happening if it is one-sided? Like, if it can't just be coming from his side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I imagine there is some smoke there, but
something's got to be bringing it up.
And you want to know what was kind of crazy, though, is the whole thing that's kind of churning this whole thing is bad quarterback play. At the core of it, it's bad quarterback play. And are you longing that bad for a quarterback that you got to go down this road? It's a little sad.
I just don't get it, man. It's just the sports outlets are ready to jump on it anytime his name's brought up.
Every time.
All right. Well, my next true or false, Sean, kind of plays into this. True or false, Sam Darnold is Carolina Panthers starting quarterback next year?
Asking me.
Because I don't want to answer
it. I have to go false. It is too much season left to be played and too many opportunities for that man to let y'all down. So I'm going false on that one. He might put too much out there, man. He might put too much bad tape out there. And
I just know how quickly we were ready to get rid of Teddy. You know what I mean? So I don't imagine giving Sam Darnold the benefit of the doubt if he continues to play this bad. I'm not ready to say that's the way it's going to go. But please, for the love of God, Sam Darnold, show us something.
Yeah.
I know you're running for your life. I know the schemes aren't exactly what you want every time. Like, just please.
So, I mean, at this point, like, not even at this point, but like, let's take a peek behind the kimono here. Like, Drew in the offseason in our group chat was like, hearing some things. Sam looked like he might be throwing them picks in practice.
I heard the practice rumblings, man. I wanted to get hyped, and I did get hyped. As much as I could, but you know me so well. Deep down, I was concerned.
Drew was very concerned. Just letting y'all know, Drew was concerned, and there were some other people, including the media, who were kind of spinning this thing and kind of quelling those rumors. And now you see what is happening in the season at this point. So when there's smoke, there's fire. That's all I'm saying.
He's gonna turn it around, man. It's okay. It's gonna turn it around.
We'll see. It's just
10
games. 10 games.
A little hiccup.
Yeah. The team needs you. All right.
The fans need you.
They all do. All right. So true, false for me. We just talked about this team. The talk of the league right now, the other team from Ohio, the Cincinnati Bengals. Talk to them nice. First seed, number 1 seed right now, Cincinnati Bengals. After next week, they go on a little run of some hard teams here, Drew. I will name the teams for you in a second, but come December 1st, true or false, the Cincinnati Bengals will be 3rd place in the AFC North.
All right, who they play? All
right. So after next week is the Jets. Week is the Jets. That's
dub. What, 6-2. Okay.
Right. That's the dub. After that, they play Cleveland. This is important. Cleveland, Las Vegas, Pittsburgh, LA Chargers.
Oh my God. Okay. So they have potential to be 6-6, just depending on
how it shakes out.
All right. So
with
the Raiders at 5-2, Titans sitting at 5-2, Bills. So 2 of those, Ravens, Chargers. Ooh. I'm gonna go. I'm going to go false only because I don't think the Ravens lose that many games during that span. And I think the Ravens take back first place. So that drops them to at least 5th or 6th.
Right.
So
Okay.
yes, false. They will not be in 3rd place in the AFC. Final answer.
No. Oh,
Can I phone a friend?
Nah,
because who knows? I mean, the way they played against the Ravens, what are those other teams? You know what I mean? Like we saw what the Ravens did to the Chargers. The Bengals. Could you imagine if we're sitting here talking about this December 1st, whatever episode that falls on, talking about the 10-2 Bengals?
Yeah, that would be crazy. And like maybe it's just a thing from Ohio for me, I guess, because like how much I love the Browns. I really love this Bengals team.
I'm a big Burrow fan. I'm pulling for Burrow, and for some weird reason, he's been on my team the last couple of years. Big Tyler Boyd fan.
Consistent.
I like Tyler.
Yeah, he's and maybe not so much this year. Maybe you could tell me if he's on your fantasy.
Yeah, I mean he's dropped. I mean he's consistent, but it's not his fault. It's just Chase.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think
Higgins is getting targets too.
Right. Exactly. So, but the receiving core as a whole, very good. Defense, very good in Cincinnati. And we talked about it. Go back and look at the AFC North episode of Nickel and Dom. Like we talked about how good this defense could be. They just had to take that next step. Clearly, that is what's happening right now.
Right. Okay. Did not expect them to be this good. Holy crap.
Exactly.
Well, we've missed it the last couple of weeks. Let's get into our man crushes.
Oh, let's do it. I got some good ones this week.
Where you want to start at? Who's your number one sweetheart this week?
My number one sweetheart, man. We gotta start with the wide receiver position, and I'm just gonna take this man before you do. But he is facing the Jets next week. I'm going with the baby boy, Jamar Chase.
Nice.
He's gonna light it up this week. I'm sorry, he is gonna light it up.
Nice. I'm hoping it's a shootout. I'm going Mike Williams, Chargers versus Patriots.
Ooh,
he's been a little quiet last few games. I'm expecting him and Herbert to light it up.
Is he injured or is he coming back?
No, we're just used to him being injured. I think he's fine. I think he's fine.
That's right. No, they were on a bye. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was like that.
We're just used to him being injured. We're used to it.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, I must feel that in my soul because, like, I just thought he was injured. Okay, that's great. That's great. Good for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, he has no like letters by his name. He's good.
That is amazing. Mike, good for you, Mike.
Right.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. Well, where you want to go next, bro?
Let's go running back because I got Mr. Aaron Jones from Green Bay. Because if Adams is out, they gonna lean hard on this dude.
Yeah, they are definitely going to do that if that's the case. Listen, running back for week 8, I got Alex Collins, man. I think
good. He's on my team. I like to hear
he's
that.
Gonna be a sneaky good play next week. So like I think he could really do the thing, especially if there's
he's a good play tonight. We're recording on Monday Night Football.
Yeah. They are up right now 7-3. Yeah.
Is Jameis being Jameis?
No, I think it's just early. Like, okay. I mean, there was a couple people missing some Jameis passes, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, who you got as your tight end?
Tight end. And maybe I hit this well before. So if we do, I definitely have a pivot. But Mike Gesicki, man. Gesicki. Listen, I picked this man up. Personal story here. I picked this man up
because I dropped it.
Yeah, off the waiver wire. Oh, you did drop him. Well, thank you, Drew, because I picked him up 10 minutes before kickoff 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. He just wasn't doing well for me.
He has been consistently one of the top tight ends in the league, and I think it continues next Sunday. Mike Gesicki, get him in your lineups.
It wasn't one of those cases where I wanted to drop him. I just needed to because I had Waller. You know what I mean? So he wasn't going to get a lot of playing time. with the organization. I wanted him to seek other opportunities.
Yeah,
you should
have just. I mean, and it's hard to do because I have a problem.
I get in my own head about it. Can't do it.
Yeah,
match up.
Doing the double tight end. Doing the double tight end. You can do that in a lot of leagues, man. But it takes a strong bald man or a woman to put 2 tight ends in your lineup with confidence.
And I don't even like putting a third running back in. You know what I mean?
So. Yes. And maybe that is why we suck, apparently.
right. Whatever I'm doing is not working.
It ain't working. But your boy is near the top of the league this year.
I'm on a 2-game win streak. Watch out. My tight end is Mo Alley Cox. Indy versus Tennessee. If they key in on the run, I think he's going to at least snipe a goal line touchdown or 2.
Yeah, that dude is a mammoth of a man too.
This is a cool name too. Like I love when the announcer's like Mo Alley Cox.
You sound like you practiced that a couple of times. That was great.
That just came off the top, man. That's how natural it sounds. That's how great it sounds.
Get this man on a TV near you.
I'm trying
soon,
to say,
please.
I've been trying to say this. Come on.
So who we got? We got quarterback and we got defense, Drew.
Yeah.
Quarterback and defense. What do you think?
Let's save the quarterbacks for last because we hadn't done man crushes in a while. We'll let the superstars be superstars. For my defense, I got the Buffalo Bills because they're taking on the Dolphins, and that Dolphins team has not looked that good.
Yeah, they haven't, and I mean, I don't know if we're doing any more questions at this point, but we have to ask. Drew, I gotta ask: is Brian Flores going to be the first coach fired this year?
No, because I still think Nagy's going to be the first one fired. But I don't think Flores is going to be too far behind him.
Yeah, it is just I think we have to question that because of how drastic the change was from 10-6 to what they are now.
Without a lot changing.
Exactly.
What really changed? I don't know.
So if that's the case,
I mean, no Fitzpatrick.
I got to look at true. I got to look at coaching. I got to look at coaching if that's the case. But so defense. I'm going doubling down. I'm going with the Bengals defense, taking a gimme here. Joe Flacco, Mike White. It ain't gonna be
good call because since he's available in a lot of leagues, I picked him up this week.
Yeah. Especially if you are streaming defenses, Cincinnati's probably going to be available, and I think personally that they are going to be a strong play moving forward. You already heard a lot of people talk about the defense. I don't think that stops. But they do have some good offenses in their division. So be careful of that as well.
Yeah, especially if you're like me and you've been carrying that Carolina defense the last few weeks.
Yeah.
All right. Who you got as your QB1 this week?
QB1, I got Kyler Murray, man. I think at worst, it's going to be a shootout. You know what I'm saying? And even at best, it's going to be a shootout. So either way, it should be a high flying game because Kyler, there's a chance here that Kyler could have to keep pace with that offense. Maybe not if Devontae Adams is not playing or it hurts, but Aaron Rodgers still going Aaron Rodgers. So Kyler could have to keep up, and he's always a dual threat. So fantasy points galore in this one for him.
I love it, man. I'm going Baby Burrow playing that Jets defense.
All in on the Bengals on the Jets.
All in. Watch, it's going to be 3-0.
Yeah. Torrential downpour. You know what I'm saying?
Just running the ball.
Right. Yeah. But that's. I think we put out some solid lineups.
I kind of want to adopt this lineup, to be honest with you. But I know that's not possible.
Daily fantasy.
Yeah.
For our dynasty.
You think I'm going to followers. You think I'm going to take my fantasy football streak on the road when money's involved? All right, let's get into these locks. You were sitting at 6-6 because we both stupidly picked the Panthers to beat the Giants last week.
What the hell we was thinking? And you want to and I can't, maybe hindsight's 2020, Drew, but as soon as I made that, I was like, they there's a good chance that they're gonna lose this game. And they did. I just didn't see it happening, man. I thought y'all were primed for it.
Giants were hurt. Whatever. Well, Washington got you a point. They lost to the Packers. My game's still ongoing, and from what you said, it's not looking great. I picked the Seahawks to lose to the Saints. So I'm sitting at. I lost the Panthers game, so at best, if the Seahawks lose, I'll be tied with you at 6-6. But
Nice.
we're still in that 500, still in that 500 ballpark. So
listen, I am going 2-0 next week. This week coming,
okay,
your boy's going
2-0. I like it.
And before we get into these locks, we have to mention, talking about Drew was just talking about the game that's ongoing right now. Marshawn Lattimore, because I hate the Saints, got his ass burned on an 84-yard touchdown. Deep pass from Metcalf, 84-yard touchdown. Burned Marshawn Lattimore. Geno Smith. Yeah, he made it was a dot too. He threw a dot and DK did the rest. And put Marshawn Lattimore on a poster. So that is a 7 point, 7-3 at this point.
All right. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Well, who do you have losing this week?
Losing. Listen, this is big. This is big. I have, and your boy got the stones on this one.
I don't know where you're going with this. I'm excited.
Cardinals losing to the Packers this week. I have the Cardinals losing to the Packers. I'm going for it. Yes.
Let me write that down before you change your mind.
Yeah, I'm in. I think it happens this week.
Well,
I think Aaron, and maybe this is what it is. You talked about Aaron Rodgers feeling pissed off, and I think maybe not pissed off, but definitely petty enough to be like, they think he is going to outduel me because they're 7-0.
I'm still the reigning MVP.
It's my show. Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers.
I love Petty Rodgers.
Out for blood.
Petty Rodgers is my favorite.
It's a good Rodgers.
He's got an album coming out. It's great.
Yeah. Who you got, man?
I got the Browns losing to the Steelers.
Oh, that is saucy. That's a saucy pick. That's a saucy pick. Just I don't know
if the right people come back. And as much as I'm down on the Steelers, they're better than the Broncos. So I don't know if this Browns replacement group is enough to get past Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Maybe it's not, but Pittsburgh is also the same team that's been 3-3.
I know how they can break. I know how they can break my heart.
Yeah, but
I know.
It's weird when you say it like that, Drew, because like I've been getting that same feeling that even though Pittsburgh is 3-3, they have been winning games, and you can't deny that is a team and a franchise who knows how to pull out games. And there's there's something in the water there. I think it could happen. I really think it could happen. So you might not be far off with that one.
All right. Well, my win this week, I got the Titans beating the Colts. I'm going in on it.
Ooh, yeah. Nice, juicy AFC South matchup.
I mainly just want it to happen because I don't like Wentz winning. I don't feel good about it.
Hometown team right now.
Yeah. Anytime I can make a pick that poos all over Carson Wentz or Kirk Cousins, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Oh, just another quick question before I give you my win. So, like, now that you got a nice, good gauge on the Tennessee area, Tennessee fans. How are they as a fan base? Like, are they a little too rowdy? Like, what's the scoop on Tennessee fans?
No, there, Drew? I mean, we definitely hear some yelling on Sundays. You know what I mean? From the neighbors. Right. You know, they keep their doors open and stuff like that. So, I mean, but unfortunately, I mean, it's still a new-ish franchise. You know what I mean? Yeah. It wasn't like the Oilers were going to the Super Bowl every year. So, I mean, they're still, you know, they're hopeful. They're grateful for what they get. You know what I mean? Like, they definitely, our fan base is demanding more. You know, they're starting to, you know,
and they have success right now.
Yeah, they're starting to get used to winning. So they're tame. They're a tame bunch, but they're getting win hungry for sure.
I got you. Nice little nice little aside there. You know what I'm saying? But listen, for my winner, I think that these two teams, these two games are going to determine the division, obviously. But I don't think that this team is ready to take on my team. And I got the Bucks. The very first time I'm picking them this season, Bucks win over the Saints this coming Sunday. Bucks win. Yes, let's go. With the injuries, with everything, I think with the way that offense is rolling right now, tough to stop, and boys gonna be motivated. Like, let make no mistake about it. This is our rival right now, and I don't care if we're at the top of the division. Tom Brady did not win in the regular season against the Saints last year. That changes this Sunday. He's as motivated as he was going into the Bears game this year. Put it that way. I feel it.
I mean this in a non-shit talking way. Like, I'm not trying to poke this. It's just the way the schedule's been. It's nice to see y'all play a real team again. This is coming from a fan who can't even beat the real teams. You know what I mean? Like, just from a pure football fan standpoint, it's nice to see y'all have to put in a little work to get a win.
Yeah, no, it feels like it's been time. Like, Drew, I was talking about this with my wife yesterday, but it's like the last couple of weeks, like, the game's on, but like it's over.
You can check out early.
I'm saying? Like, it's just like I will watch the game and then turn on Red Zone and just get updates because, like, I already know what's happening.
God, I love
you know what I'm saying? Like, I already know what's happening. It hasn't even been. Yeah,
that's really been my savior through these rough few Carolina years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Since 2015, Red Zone's really carried me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
really been there
everything.
When there was one set of footprints in the sand, it was because Red Zone was carrying me as a Panthers fan.
All right,
might need to turn that into a poster, sell it on Etsy. I like that.
I mean, listen, just stick it in there with the other ones that are talking about Jesus. Yeah, the footprints.
Right?
I mean, footprints goes way back. We've all had that in our grandmother's house, coming down for a long time now.
Yeah. Shawn, before we get out of here, man, is there anybody that needs to step up this week?
Listen, maybe it's just a lot of, you know what? I can't even say that I was going to go coaching. Drew, I was going to go a coaching angle, and I was going to say that maybe the coaches need to step up, and they do. But I'm
particularly in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah. But well, not him. I can't go this with my angle here. But listen, I'm talking about Shad Khan in Jacksonville, and I'm talking about the owner, whatever his name is, in Miami. I'm stepping up. The owners need to step up and fire these mediocre coaches. That's what they need to do. They need to get rid of them because, I mean, for as much as I love Brian Flores, I think there might be something going on there that he just doesn't have a grasp on right now. And Miami is just not playing the way that they need to.
Not with that roster. They got
not with. What I don't understand is, like, if you, with the roster that they had last year, they got rid of Van Noy. But with the roster that they have, it seems like people have checked out and there's not much change that's different from last year. And they went 10-6. So if you can't get it done, we didn't think they had a roster last year. It turns out they did.
That's what I'm saying. They showed us too much last year.
Exactly. So there's no excuses. I think the coach has to go, man. I don't know, especially, and there's some games left to be played, but you might have to get rid of him. You might have to do
calling for Urban to get out of there too, huh?
Yeah, I mean, because I can't get over the fact that this man was out there just philandering. You know what I'm saying?
Do you even think twice about it if it's the off season?
Oof, nah, yeah. If it's off season, definitely. But you're knee deep in it. You got to stay the course. Obviously, that's what they're doing. But if he continues not to win games, and now, Drew, they're coming off a bye too. So what does it look like coming off a bye? If it's shit,
you got to show some progress.
Right. Exactly.
For sure.
Young quarterback.
I like it, man. I like it. All right, Shawn, where can they find you on the medias?
At the Kid Suds on Twitter, at nickel_Dom FB on Twitter. Give us a like, a follow there. And of course, at the illustrious, the homegrown nickel_Dom football on IG. Great content there. And Drew, what about your content, bro? Where do they find you at?
Check me out on Twitter at Harrison_comedy and Instagram at Laugh with Harrison. Keep it locked in here. We're just getting started. We got a whole nother second half of the season. See you next week.